Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zahait here, and we're back with a brand new episode of The Farmer Was Replaced, and here is my brand new fastest time. I am still not on the leaderboard, unfortunately, but we're getting faster. Now, I think the only thing I've really changed since the last time we talked, I might have like tweaked a few things, but nothing substantial has changed. But the one thing that I did do... Dang, we're getting fast. 228. Okay, that is awesome. I'm actually excited about that. Hang on, I gotta take a picture of this so that I don't forget. All right. So, all I've done is kind of reorganize this situation a little bit here, and I've hashed out a bunch of this stuff because we don't need to check if things are unlocked anymore, because every time I run this script, we're starting from 0. So, it's not like I'm starting up from a spot that's already there, and technically I could probably just delete these things. I don't need them in here, but it's nice for me to keep track of what level of upgrade I'm working on at a time. And so far, I've basically just deleted all of this stuff from the code. It's still in there, but the unlock leaderboard thing is before it, so anything that comes after it's not actually getting unlocked. So I don't know. There's probably a way I could tweak this a little bit to even go faster yet, but there's a few things I want to work on to increase our speed further. And one of the big ones you guys have been telling me in the comments is polyculture, and I realize I'm not even using it at all. In my current code, it doesn't even get unlocked. I'm not even unlocking it. So, what I'm seeing here is it can unlock right after pumpkins. And I think I want to do that as soon as possible, even if I don't actually polyculture farm right now, and that's something we do later. There's a random chance, and maybe I could show you guys. Let's see. Grass, bushes, trees, and carrots yield 10 times more when they have the right plant companion. So basically, when you plant a grass, a bush, a tree, or a carrot, and you check the companion, it's got a random chance of having a different plant. And I don't know if it has to be a different plant. Companion preference cannot be predicted. Fortunately, the companion preference can be measured. For example, if you plant a bush, this means the bush will have carrots. A plant's companion, each plant chooses this randomly, but it will always choose a different plant than itself. Ah, well, there goes my plan. I was going to unlock polyculture and just be like, well, 25% of the time I'm going to get 10 times as many carrots, but that is not... that is unfortunately not the case. So, if I actually want to use this, we're going to have to make a new script that is going to Polyfarm, which I don't think is going to be that big of a deal. Because, hear me out, because it's random between the 4, I literally could just have a Polyfarm script. So we'll just do Polyfarm. And I need to def Polyfarm. Okay. And then all I gotta do is check that all 3 of these things, it's hay, wood, and carrots, is less than the goal. And then, well, those 3 things are less than their goal, we are just going to polyfarm. Why is this saying nothing? Is this supposed to be like this? There we go. Is that better? Are you happy now? Okay, so I gotta check all 3 hay, wood, and carrots and see if they're greater than or equal to their goal. Okay, so what I have done here is I'm gonna have to pass in the goals, and I might be able to just pass in this whole goal somewhere. I probably could. Where do I actually call these? Goal farm. If goals. Okay, so we're doing it in here. We're passing in goals item bones. So if I pass in the whole goal, then maybe I don't need to pass in 3 variables. I can just pass in 1, and we can extract it over here. That might be better. So we'll just bring in goal. And then, what do I want? Hay goal is going to equal goal items dot hay. See, but the problem is I gotta check if it's even in there, don't I? Oh no, because if it's 0, it'll just be 0. I think that's gonna work. So then we gotta do the same thing for wood goal equals goal items dot wood. Wood even, okay, and then we need C goal equals goal carrot items. Oh my god, dot carrot. Okay. There. Bingo. So, well, all of those things, well, hay goal is less than goal, wood goal is less than goal, or carrots is less than carrot goal, any of those things are true, we are going to do some stuff. Now, I may as well just start with hay, right? I may as well just start with hay. I wonder if I just clear. Maybe I just clear everything. Maybe we just do that. We just clear. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That means there's going to be hay. And what do I want to do? Move to 0, 0? We may as well move to 0, 0, right? Move to 0, 0. And I think I need to put this in brackets. And in parentheses. There we go. Okay. Perfect. So we do that. Move to 0, 0. And then all we're going to do, there should be a hay under us. We've already cleared and we moved to 0, 0. So we should be able to farm that, I think. Now, how does this work? Do we just keep doing this forever? Like, is it going to go on something? Can something have a companion that's backwards in the thing? Or should I just plant the whole field first and then go back and harvest everything? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they can have the same square be multiple companions. Probably. Probably. So what I'm struggling with is, does it make more sense to plant this? If I'm looking for wood, does it make more sense to plant this as wood, find the companion, go and do the thing, and then come back and harvest this? Or does it make more sense to plant this, find the companion, plant that, find its companion, plant that, find its companion, and just keep doing that until we reach our goal? That's what I'm struggling with, and I don't know if it makes more sense to do it one way over the other, or just keep going back and forth. The problem is, I think, if I put a wood here and I go and I plant its companion, by the time I come back, I'm going to be standing there waiting for it, which is no good. That's just no good. Okay, so for what it's worth, I think just to get this code working, I think what we're going to do is I'm just going to farm this forever. We're just going to keep farming random stuff because it's 10 times as much. It's probably still better to do it randomly than to not do it at all, I think, just because the number is so high. I mean, it's 10 times as much. So the first thing we're going to do when we move here is, oh, I don't want that in my while command. That is going to be a huge problem. Let's put that up here. Ooh, that would have been bad. Okay, so we want that here. So then while we're in here, we're going to move to 0, 0. And I actually don't even think I want that in my while command, because that is not something I want to continue to do over and over again. Now, from here, we are going to wait, not check. What is it? Get companion. Wherever we are going to get companion. And we are going to use that. How am I going to use that? What does that return? We'll return entities.carrots. Is this I think this is a list. So then we're going to need to store the carrot number. We're going to need to, we'll just store this as something for now. Companion. I don't know. Companion equals get companion. There we go. And then what we'll do is we will move to location companion 1 Oh, does that give me the X and the Y? Yes, X and Y. Okay. Companion 1, I think this is gonna work. Companion 2, right? We're gonna move to Companion 1, Companion 2. You know what? In fact, that should just work if I work it right here. It should just go there, right? It's not going there. Maybe this doesn't work. Oh, I think this has to be in square brackets, right? Ah, okay, it has to be in square brackets. Then that fixes it. There we go. So we put that down. Put that down. All right. And so now that we've moved there, all we have to do is plant. Oh no, can we plant on hay or do I have to till it first? I might have to till it first. The bush I don't think I do, but the carrots I think I do. Let's try. Plant. Entities. Wait, is it entities? Bush? Plant. Entities bush? Okay, so that just works. Let's move up one. Or just move wherever. Move to 0. I don't need this move to 0 0 part right now. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so now if I wanted to plant a carrot here for fun, does that work? No. Okay, so we need to check if it's carrots until. So if companion at position 0 equals entities dot carrots. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Then we want to till. Otherwise, we will just plant. We will just plant companion at 0. Yes? I think that should work. And then we're just gonna keep doing this. I also have to check if what I'm on is harvestable. So move to the location. Should I just harvest? It might be worth harvesting. It's not going to be super efficient to harvest every time, but it might be worth it. Can we look at other locations? Like if I was to say get entity, I don't know if this is going to work or not. Get entity type. Can I put in a location? Or does it not like that? Doesn't take any arguments. Okay, so I think for now, the only thing we're gonna be able to do is just harvest, because I can't check if the other thing is actually a companion or not. It's not gonna be the biggest waste of time, but it is gonna waste some time, so I'll have to probably find a way to fix that at some point. But this should just work now. Plant companion at 0. And then we're going to get a new companion, move to there, harvest, blah, blah, blah. This should just work forever. So, yeah, that should just work. Now, the problem is I need to actually call this somewhere. And where do I want to do this? I guess I should do it in here, right? Right in my farm code. So what we want to do, cactus, bones, power, pumpkin in here. And what are we looking for? Num underscore unlocked. And what's that unlock called? Unlocks dot polyculture is equal to 0. Farm carrots. Else. Ooh. I think instead of an and, I want this to be a nested if, because then I can come in here. I can say if num unlock is equal to 0, then we're just going to farm carrots. Else polyfarm. And then we're going to pass in goals. We're going to pass in goals. I think. I think that should work. So I got to do the same thing in here. If num unlocked polyculture, I could have just copied this whole line. Then we're going to farm wood. Else, else we are going to, oh, you know what? This is not quite right. There we go. Else we are going to polyfarm. And then the last one we'll put in here, and else polyfarm. Okay, so that, I think, should work. It's not going to be super efficient, but it should be more efficient. I think. I think. But there's only one way to know for sure. The time we are trying to beat was 2 hours and something. 2 hours and 25? 2 hours and 28. That is what we're shooting for. And we're going to see what happens. Did I actually put the polyfarm in here? It was supposed to go in right after pumpkins, and it didn't. Well, what a waste of time. Here we are. Pumpkins. I guess I'll just put in polyfarm. There's only one of these. Polyfarm. And dict.append unlocks dot polyfarm. Polyculture. Okay. So now it should work. We're shooting for 2 hours, 28. And we're gonna see if something gets broken here or not. So far this code hasn't even started. Okay, so now we're just randomly harvesting things. I don't know how efficient this is. I'm assuming it's better than not doing it, but I don't actually know. Well, I guess let's find out. Let's go to 228 and see if we beat it. There is going to be a slight delay because when it was paused. You know what? Since we know it works, I'm just going to start it over. And we'll see. I'm not super happy with this. I think there's probably a lot of ways to make this faster. But we'll see how it goes here. So I just ran into a problem where I was looking for an index of none. And I think it was something to do with pumpkins. I don't know how it happened, but somehow I had tilled land that didn't have anything on it. So now what I have to do is if companion equals none, till, and then it'll be hay. And then I can redo this code and try it again, I think. So if companion equals none, till, and then there'll be hay there, I hope. I hope. All right, let's see if we can beat 228 this time. Well, I seem to have broken something. Because now... now we're not harvesting pumpkins at all. I mean, we're not harvesting carrots at all. Get companion. Entities.carrots. Okay, so now we know we want carrots. Oh, it's because I have no carrot seeds. It's because I have no carrot seeds. That's the problem. I'm running out of carrot seeds. Okay. What does it take to make carrot seeds? Hay and wood. Entities.carrots. Till. We need to trade for some carrot seeds, or this is never going to work. So, trade? Is it just trade? Trade items dot carrot underscore seed 10. I don't know what I want. 1? 1 seems too low. You know what? Let's just do 1 for now. We can change it after. That should fix the problem. Okay, let's try this again. Alright guys, so we just passed our time. 2:28 is the time we were trying to beat. So it's actually slower right now, but there's some good news here. I have 29,000 hay and 13,000 wood. So clearly I'm farming a bunch of stuff that I don't actually need to do. And it's because right now this is set up to be completely random. Now, if I want to focus on carrots specifically, because it seems like, well, we're getting a whole bunch of hay and a whole bunch of wood, and we're not getting that many carrots. There's a couple things I could do. I could probably unlock some more carrot upgrades to make that a little bit faster, which actually is probably not a bad idea, because I think it just takes hay and wood to unlock carrots anyway. Geez, I'm wondering if I should do that. Should I put those in there and see if it makes it any faster? You know what? We could try it. Let's give it a go. I know there's a couple other things I need to work on. I need to work on my dinosaur sorting. I need to work on my maze solving. And I still need to work on my flower power, because when you have power, they're a little bit faster. And currently I'm just not farming any flowers at all. So we're not even using that extra little bit of speed. So there's some potential there. I don't even know if that's going to make it faster, but we've got to consider it at least. So I think what I want to do, because we have so much wood and so much carrots, or so much hay, I should be able to unlock some more carrot upgrades, and it should be basically free, because we just have it all built up. And I'm pretty sure at some point this the carrots just take wood and the wood just takes hay. So all of that's going to just be a free unlock essentially. I just don't know where I want to put that. After the speed upgrades, before the speed upgrades, where do we want that? After, maybe I just upgrade more carrots right here. Or maybe we do it right after the speed. Before the pumpkins? We definitely want to do it before the pumpkins, I think. That makes sense, right? I have no idea what I'm doing. We could just take the grass, we could take the trees, we could take the carrots. We actually can take all of this, I think. And we can stick it right in here. That should make it slightly faster. I would like more carrots even though. Let's maybe see what we can do with the carrot situation. Now I do have it outputting every time it unlocks something for me, so I can kind of keep track of where I am in the script. And, well, I mean, it is what it is. We're about to unlock the poly unlocks, and then we're going to see how my numbers are just going to skyrocket here. Bingo. Okay, so there's that. Now we're just randomly putting stuff together. We're already starting to get a pile of wood. Should I pause this? Where am I right now? Polyculture warning. Planted carrots on ground turf. Okay, we're getting a few errors. But for the most part, it's not bad. I think we need even more carrots, though. Where am I? Where am I? Speed. Okay, carrots. 5. Which I think is this. So we've actually just maxed out the number of carrots that we can unlock. What's my next carrot unlock? Do I even have another one? Carrot. It's just wood. So we could just straight up buy that right now. We could just straight up buy that right now. We could also buy this right now. We could also buy this right now. Trees, carrots, and grass. We could just upgrade all right now. No questions asked. So trees. I don't even need trees, do I? Does it plant trees when it's doing the polyfarm? I'm not sure if it does or not. Trees, grass, and carrots. We're gonna just do them all. And in fact, I don't even know if I need to do grass and wood because we've already got enough. So maybe I'll just put both of the pumpkins, both of the carrots in here. Unlock carrots, unlock carrots. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Okay. Hopefully, that resolves the issue a little bit. I don't know if we can even do any more carrots, but once we get to that point, I guess we'll check it out. We'll see how it goes. The more carrots, the merrier, I think. That is definitely part of the issue. But now we're low on hay. Oh no, you know what's going on? We haven't unlocked polyculture yet. We're on the way there. We need 3,000 of each of these things, and then we will have unlocked polyculture. Okay, and we got a little bit of extra wood and hay, but not that much extra. Still climbing. Carrots, 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 speed, speed. Okay, we still have way too much wood and carrots. I mean, wood and hay. But there's nothing I can do about that. Besides cleaning up my code. But didn't have enough items. So we're running into issues here where I am trying to purchase things that I can't afford. What's my next carrot upgrade? Can I even do any more carrots? I can. 8,000 wood? We could just do it. We could just do it. It's worth. I think it's worth. Let's do it. Carrots. Carrots, carrots. Carrots. I don't actually have it in here, so we'll just add it in. Carrots are important. Carrot number 9. Okay, let's try it again. Alright, we're about to pass the time again, so it's still not really working super effectively when we just completely randomize things. Unfortunately, even the 10 times speed unlock is just not enough, or the 10 times quantity is just not enough, it seems. So that's even slower than I think the last time was. So we're definitely gonna have to clean this up and farm for specific items, I think. Another huge time kill for us is the dinosaur code, because I have to farm up the cactuses to buy the bones, or to buy the eggs, and then I'm running through here and I'm not even sorting them at all. Right now my right now my bone farm is literally just putting eggs down and then coming back through and harvesting them. So I'm like probably averaging 1 or 2 bones per dinosaur, which is super inefficient. So we're gonna have to play around with this one. And if I can clean up a few circuits of farming up dinosaurs, I think that's gonna save us a pile of time, because every time I have to do this, I have to go in the mazes, I have to get the gold, I gotta get the carrots, I gotta get the pumpkins, I gotta do all that stuff. And then I gotta come in here and I basically am just randomly harvesting up dinosaurs. So this, I think, is going to be the next focus for us. I want to get that sorted out. And I still want to clean this up, because it's right now it's working, but not well. It's not working well. So we're not going to be able to get rid of the number of hay, all the extra hay that I have, because I'm harvesting every time I get to a location, which is probably not the most effective thing to do. Honestly, the hardest thing to do is if I need an item, then I have to make sure, you know what? Maybe I can set up 3 different ones. Or hay is actually just probably going to happen on accident. Maybe I have to set up 3 different polyfarms. Or in this code, set up 3 separate polyfarms. Because we're not focusing anything. We're kind of just randomly harvesting things. So I think what we want to do is, if we need wood, then we're going to focus on wood. But I don't actually need wood. So I think we just end up leaving it alone. The biggest thing for me is getting enough carrots, because everything relies on carrots, and later on, to buy the pumpkin seeds and to get the gold and to make the dinosaur bones and all that stuff, I need to really focus my carrot mining or my carrot farming. So I'm wondering if I make a separate code for carrots, specifically. So this one will work for if hay or wood is less. And then what if I just make a whole separate one for if carrots are less and we try something fancy? Okay, so what I'm gonna do, here we are. This part's all the same. I'm gonna move to 0, 0. We're gonna start farming. I don't know if I necessarily need to even do this for this instance, and I probably don't. It's just wasting time. Okay, so that's gonna farm hay, wood, and carrots randomly. Perfect. So that's only gonna happen if hay goal and wood goal are not being met. If they are, we are going to move to 0, 0, and this is where things are gonna get a little bit wacky. The code must contain at least one statement. Okay. We'll worry about that in a moment. I need to get into polyculture again. Because it says there's a maximum range, right? I think... Didn't it say there's a maximum range? The position can also be any position within 3 moves of the plant, except the position of the plant itself. Within 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. So I'm trying to figure out if it makes more sense for me to like do the corners, just farm carrots from the corners, and by the time I get back maybe they'll be ready to harvest. I don't know if that's going to be enough time. I don't think it will be, and plus that's probably within 3 moves, so that doesn't actually work either. Okay, so right now I'm going to get him to move to the middle, wherever that is. Get world size over to... I should probably have... Do I have to round this? I might have to round this, or it's not going to get there. Maybe it's fine. Get world size, make sure it's spelled right. And then all we're going to do when we get there is we are going... What I want to do is plant... Is this going to be cleared or no? I think I should clear it again. So it's hay. And then we're going to get here. Then we're going to come. We are going to... If get entity type equals entities dot grass. Oh, do I want to do this? Somehow I want to plant a strip of carrots down the middle and then plant the companions, and then by the time I get back to the start, I want to be able to harvest those carrots and replant the companions. And I think that's going to be more efficient than what I'm doing now. I think. I don't know for sure, but we're going to try to see if I can get something like that working. So yeah, we're going to do this. Equals grass. We want to till. And then we want to plant. We're going to have to trade first. We're going to have to trade carrots. And then we're going to plant. And we don't need companion. We just want carrots. Plant entities dot carrots. Okay, and I also have to set this equal to something. So we're going to go plant location equals move to. And then I should be able to get back to that location after. So then what we want to do is this part. Companion equals get companion. I think this is going to work. Get companion, move to... I don't think I need to harvest. But maybe we will anyway. Just to make sure if there is a plant in the way, it's going to be gone. Okay, we'll do something like that. Actually, I could just take this whole thing. So we're going to do something like that. We're going to check if it's grass. If it is, we're going to till. If it's not, I guess we need to harvest. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Else, harvest. I guess it might not be if we're looping a few times and for some reason the companion is in the way. It could end up not being a... It could end up not being a grass. So then what we're going to do is we are going to plant, we're going to harvest, we're going to plant, or we're going to trade, then we're going to plant. We're going to get the companion. If companion equals none, till companion. Okay, then we're going to move to the location, harvest the plant, and plant the new plant. Then I need to move back to plant location. Actually, I gotta set a new plant location. Plant location equals the other plant location. I gotta move to, actually. And we're going to move to plant location. Come on. Plant location 0 and plant location 1 plus 1. And this all has to be modulo world size. Get world size. I think, I don't know if that's actually going to work or not. It might be broken. But plant location equals move to plant location at 0, which this should never change. Plant location 1 plus 1 modulo get world size. I think that's going to work. I hope that's going to work. Okay. We're in here. I just want to see how this is going to work, or if it's going to work. So we're planting the carrots. We got a companion, entities.tree, so it should go, hopefully, and plant a tree wherever it has to go. Okay. We got a tree. And we should go back to this location if everything is working properly, I'm hoping. Okay, it looks like we did it. Now we're going to go back through here. We're going to plant a new carrot. We're going to get the polyculture for it, which happens to be another tree at 1-1. So we'll go there. We'll plant ourselves a tree, hopefully, if everything goes well. Okay, there's our tree. Now we should go to this location here, hopefully. Plant ourselves a carrot. Good. We should have a new companion, entities.tree again at 0, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Isn't that the same spot as I already have a tree? Interesting. So now we're going to go there, we're going to chop down the tree, and we're just going to plant a new tree. Again, not the most efficient, but it's working. Now we're going here, we're going to plant a new carrot, come on. The part I'm curious about is the looping, whether it's going to loop around properly or not. So we're going to have a new companion, another tree at 1-1. We already have one there. What the heck is going on here? It's so weird. So we'll go down here, we'll harvest the tree, plant a new tree. Now we should, I hope, go right back here. We're going to loop around if everything goes well. Okay, and we should harvest these carrots. I hope. Get entity type equals entities.grass. Harvest, good. We're going to trade carrot, plant, carrot. Perfect. So that actually seems to be working, I think. It seems to be working just fine. Which is great. I hope. Now, the only thing is, I need to make sure that it's ready to harvest, because right now it's just showing up and it's going to harvest, and if my carrots aren't ready, because I came around too fast, that might be a problem. Which, you know what? Maybe it's not going to be a problem, and I'm just worrying for nothing. Let's give it a go, and let's see if we can beat the 228. Now that we're specifically farming carrots, maybe it'll work a little bit better. Alright guys, so even with focusing on carrots specifically, we are going past the time. So, I'm not sure how to make this better besides cleaning up my other codes. My dinosaur code needs to be cleaned up. Like, this is the 4th time I've gone through, or 5th time even, going through farming dinosaurs. We finally finished. I'd like to do it in one. I'd like to do it in one attempt. Which would mean a whole lot of farming up other items, but I mean, I think we're gonna save a pile of time. I think I actually start farming dinosaurs around 1 hour, and then by the time I'm done, it's like 2 hours later, so we're gonna have to figure that system out a little bit better. But, I mean, we got the Polyfarm mostly working. I'm not super duper happy with it, but it is working. We could do the same thing that we're doing down here with wood as well. And then, I mean, yeah, we could just set up another polyculture here for wood, just in case. It might help, it might not. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But I think the next priority for us is getting the dinosaurs sorted out, maybe getting some power going. And then, man, I'm not looking forward to the maze code, because the maze code is going to be just absolutely bonkers. Now, I am aware there's been an update since I made my maze code. If you fertilize a fully grown bush, treasure, there was something about, you can check if there is a wall by trying to move through it. Here we go. For an extra challenge, you can also reuse the maze by reusing fertilizer on the treasure. This is a 10% probability of increasing the treasure by 1 full maze and moving it to a random position. A 10% probability of increasing the treasure by 1 full maze. Does that even help? If you're just increasing it by 1 maze, then doesn't just harvesting it and doing another maze help more? I don't understand. This doesn't seem super worth it to me. Am I crazy? 10% probability of increasing by 1 full maze. That doesn't really seem worth it. Each time the treasure is relocated, a random wall may be removed from the maze, so reused mazes can contain loops. Note that loops within a maze makes it much more difficult, so if you're a beginner, you may want to reuse mazes. Reusing mazes doesn't give you more gold than spawning a new maze. It's only worth it if the extra information... Ah, okay. There, that's exactly what I was thinking. So it's only worth if the extra information and the shortcuts help you solve the maze faster. Interesting! The same maze can be solved a maximum of 300 times. This corresponds to 299 relocations. After that, fertilizing the treasure won't have any effect. There's hints? Create a maze and imagine that you are the drone. Think about how you would try to find the treasure. Write down your strategy step by step. Now try translating your step into code. For mazes without cycles, all the walls are really just one large connected wall. If you follow the wall, it will lead you through the whole maze. It may be helpful to keep track of the direction the drone is going. The following index trick could help for this. Index northeast, southwest, index equals 0. Rotate right, rotate left. If you can't solve it, you can always make your life easy and do it less efficiently. You don't have to be able to reach the treasure every time. You can always harvest and spawn a new maze. There is even a small chance that the treasure will appear right under the drone when you create a maze. What do you mean you don't have to solve it every time? How are you supposed to harvest if you don't find the treasure? That's weird, right? That's weird. Anyway, we don't have time to worry about that right now. I think my biggest problem right now is the dinosaurs. We're going to work on that, I think, in the next episode. But drop me a comment. Let me know what you're thinking of my Polyfarm code so far. It's a little janky, I know. But it's a start. It's my first look at it here. I don't know if that was just not a thing the last time I played. Like, the last time I actively played this. I haven't used it, so I'm not sure what the heck's going on, but that was my first look at it there, so hopefully it's okay. It definitely is not helping me right now. It's slower than my other run, but it is what it is. Guys, I hope you're loving this series so far. If you are, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I will see you next time.